So, Pokemon Presents is coming up tomorrow, and I got some neat little predictions for it. So, Pokemon Presents is up tomorrow. Now, I was supposed to do this video like 2 days ago, but I got a little bit sidetracked and maybe a little bit of procrastinating, I guess. But yeah, Pokemon Presents tomorrow, and they teased us with a little bit of something that I want to show you guys. Teaser, right? See all that? Like, that's not much to go off of, but look at this. Look at this. Potential Pokken tournament. Are we gonna get a sequel? I'm gonna make a full video of this. Wait a minute, I need to make a video of this soon. So there's a high chance we might be getting a Pokken tournament too. But before I go to that, I want to talk about the reasonable stuff. And the most reasonable thing is like two things. Number one, maybe we'll be getting more info on the DLC. Number two is probably an app. I'm gonna add a few more reasonable stuffs to it. Either more info about the DLC, an app, and potential remake, I guess, maybe, I'm not sure, and maybe extra stuff for like mobile and whatever the case, I don't know. Those are my reasonable guesses, and yeah, it sounds kind of disappointing, but yeah, on the real, potential Pokken Tournament 2, that sounds exciting, because Pokken Tournament and Pokken Tournament DX were actually really good. Like, I say one of the best spin-off Pokemon games you can get right now, and of course a great fighting game too. There's some other great spin-offs like Dungeon, Pokemon Snap, but Pokken Tournament is like up there with like the best of the best in terms of spin-offs, I guess. And it did do really well, like over 1 billion copies, I think it was, on the Wii U, and a little bit more on the Switch, with it also being the third best fighting game on the Switch when it like came out and all that. There is other guesses. The other one would be maybe a Pokemon Stadium like game. Like, that's my other guess. If it's not Pokken, then maybe another Pokemon Stadium, because that would be cool. It's also a reasonable way to get all the Pokemon together, because that's something all the fans wanted, is all the Pokemon in one game. And if it ain't reasonable to get them all like in a game, then maybe make a game where you can actually get them all, which is like Pokemon Stadium. You know, it's a game solely based on battles and all that. And Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 were actually really fun. You know, I'd say one of my favorite spin-offs in a way. All in all, I do recommend everybody to try out Pokken Tournament if you haven't tried it yet. It's really fun. It's one of those fighting games where it's like easy to pick up but hard to master in a way. And the online is still functionable. There's still people online playing this. I'm still playing this game online every now and then, trying to rank up. And you get matches really fast. In fact, that's one of the things about Pokken Tournament that when it first released, and still to this day, one of the things that's been like praised for is the online. Now, the connection weren't the best, but that's titular. You know, that's typical about Nintendo, is that the connections aren't gonna be the best anyways. But getting to your next match was really fast. Like, you can get back-to-back matches in no time. And the matches in this game aren't really that long, I think it was like 90 seconds per match or something. 80 seconds. It was 80 seconds per match. And the other thing about this game is that it kind of feels like Dragon Ball in a sense. Not fighters, more like Budokai Tenkaichi. And what I mean by that is that it's just dumb fun. It's almost addictive in a way. It's really fun. Because in terms of how competitive this game is, this game has its competition, don't get me wrong. It does have like tournament. Well, it used to have official tournaments, but I'm pretty sure there's still some fan tournaments going around about this game. But overall, apart from the competitive side, Pokken Tournament is just dumb fun. It's literally just dumb fun. You can pick up any Pokemon you like. Once you get a feel of the controls, you kind of understand what each one does. Once you get an understanding how to move around and all that. A lot of people like to compare Pokken Tournament to Tekken, which is I get why they would do that. It's made by the same people, but it's very different from Tekken. It's very different. It's less arena fightery as well, because arena fighters have a certain formula that you could kind of take a grasp once you play one. Like you play one, you probably play them all after that. With Pokken Tournament, the simplicity of the controls and certain techniques you can understand and learn in this game, it has this complexity while also being very simple. It's one of those things where I can't really describe how it is before I turn this video into 1 hour long nitty gritty stuff. But if you want to get deep into the game, I just recommend you either watch other YouTube videos about it, or play it yourself. Just if you can find it for cheap, play it. There's no reason not to pick it up. It's genuinely really fun. The online is still up, and the community is still pretty alive and strong. Yes, it does have a smaller player base now, but the fact that you can still play this game online is insane. Now, in terms of a Pokemon Stadium game, I do wish even though I'm a big Pokken Tournament fan, I would gladly take a Pokken Tournament sequel, because that would be so fun. I would also really like a Pokemon Stadium, because it would be the only legit way to have all the Pokemon together. And with the rise of DLCs and all that, they could easily update, put DLCs in the game to add even more Pokemon as they progress through and all that. It would be really fun. Maybe they can add more towers, more more to the campaign and all that stuff. Because Pokemon Stadium was more of an arcade type game with some party game elements as a side game and all that. But it will be a legit way to get all the Pokemon together, which is what everybody wanted, and it is possible to do so. So yeah, at the end of the day, my thoughts are this: either it's Pokken Tournament 2, potential Pokemon Stadium, and realistically, it could be just more info on DLC. It could be some other application, updates for their applications and all that stuff. It could be just that. But it could potentially be a remake of sorts. I'm not sure, but asking for a remake now, that's kind of wishful thinking. I'm pretty sure it's just more info on what we know now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I do wish Pokken Tournament 2 or Pokemon Stadium, one of those two. So yeah, see ya.
Round one.